All right, hello, wine drinking people. Today is Wednesday, January 5th, and it's time for, hey, what I drank yesterday. And I know you guys have missed this segment. We haven't done it for a long time. And the holidays, we just don't have time to do the amount of drinking that we normally do here in the store. That's one thing that I'm a little remiss about, going into the month of December, that we don't get to do our normal schedule of dining and drinking. But it's like 2 months in one for us. So I really can't complain too much because we make a lot of dough in the month of December. That enables me to drink all these great wines throughout the rest of the year. So it's a good thing. But like I said, not a lot of drinking going on in December, and we're starting out the first of the year with just a few wines in the What I Drank Yesterday section. So, what the heck, let's give a little plug for some of the events we got going on. Well, I've got this week off. I needed a little time off after that busy month. And then next week, we're starting back up with 3 events. We've got our Bordeaux tasting at the Tower Club on the 11th. We've got another tasting going on at Cafe Max with celebrity Paul Castronova at our cooking class, our first cooking class of the year. We're going to be unveiling Paulie's new wines, radio and TV celebrity here from South Florida, from Abruzzi, and those are pretty good. And then Friday night, we've got our best of tasting, which is just about sold out, man. We've got about 60, 70 different wines. We've got a great little menu going on, and we'll put all that up on the internet. But like I said, we've already got about 70 reservations for that. If you guys want to show up on the 14th for our best of, you better call or email us today because we're pretty much going to be sold out of that in the next day or so. All right, well, things are back to normal the following week. We got 4 events going on. That's right, folks, and a couple once-in-a-lifetime events. Tuesday night, we've got a Grand La Rose tasting. We did a Grand La Rose event last year all the way back to 1928, including off finishes like 57. All the wines were spectacular. That event will be happening here on Tuesday night, the 18th of January. And then Wednesday night, we got another event here back-to-back, a New Zealand tasting. I'm going to be turning you on to some of the new latest and greatest things, vintages from New Zealand. Pinot Noir, Sauvignon Blanc, other aromatic whites, and who knows what else we'll come up with for you. And then we got a big Chateau Latour tasting coming up on that Friday, going all the way back to 1928. We just have like 2 or 4 seats left for this event. This is going to be at Cafe Max. And then we've got our 221 years of Madeira. That's right, folks. Going back all the way to George Washington's first year as president, 1789. These are the same wines that we opened just a few months ago. And hey, we do this tasting now as an annual event twice a year. And the second time, the wines have had a few months to open up. Usually, they're even better. So, man, we got 2 weeks of stunning events coming up. Like I said, I got a little break this week. I needed it. And then we're back to our normal schedule, 3 or 4 events for the rest of the month of January. All right, well, what I had to drink yesterday? Well, yesterday was a short day. I've got these Selection Grenoble wines sitting open in my fridge, so I've been sucking on them, man. They are delicious. Like I said, the Pinot Gris, a little lighter in style than this Gewürztraminer. Gewürztraminer a little spicier, has this kind of rose and lychee kind of note on the nose with lovely honey, candy orange, really exotic and really complex and lovely freshness to both of these wines. Even though they're drinking beautifully now, you can keep them for another 10 or 15 years in your cellar, especially since they're in full bottles. All right, well, it was just Tony and I last night at home, and the kids. So we really didn't open up, too many wines. I had those 2 bottles of sweet wine open, which I started out with. I like these wines as an aperitif. They're great with savory dishes like oysters, any kind of shellfish wrapped in bacon. Anything with bacon in these wines is great. And then we had a little Arrietta H Block 2002, which, hey, it's Monday night, man. Why not? 98-point wine from Parker. This is a wine that John Koensgaard made. I think Andy Erickson is there today. Fritz Hatton, a famous auctioneer, is a partner in this winery. 02 was a great vintage. This wine is a similar blend to Cheval Blanc, Merlot, and Cabernet Franc. And, man, it's just big and loaded with flavors. Dark purple and colored, black cherry, dark espresso, chocolate notes in the nose, really thick and chunky on the tongue still. This wine could use another 5 or 8 more years in the bottle. But the tan is starting to smooth out, showing a little bit of sediment in the very bottom there, which is a sign that the wine's coming to maturity. But again, 02, a great vintage in Napa. You could hold on to this H block for another 5, 8, 10 years plus easily. Drinking beautifully. Hey, we only got 3 bottles of this left. If you want to check out the H block from 02, don't run, walk to that respond button. At $150, 3 bottles left. It could be gone in just a few moments. All right, folks, I'm your host, Andrew Lampazone, back for 2011. And remember, always drink the good stuff first.